Iran's night sky just exploded. Israel left the shadows to strike. The countdown to regional war has begun. It's June 13th, 2025, and today's top Google trend is one the world has feared. Welcome to Trending Today. In this somber edition, we are covering the grave news of direct Israeli airstrikes inside Iran, a major escalation with immediate and global consequences. We're here to explain why this is happening now and what it means. For years, Israel and Iran have been engaged in a tense, undeclared conflict, a shadow war of covert operations and proxy battles. But what's happening right now is a dangerous and dramatic shift. This is no longer in the shadows. So what makes this escalation so critical? Let's break down the three key factors. First, this shatters the status quo. The launch of Operation Rising Lion is a direct and overt series of Israeli airstrikes inside Iran. This isn't a proxy fight anymore. It's a direct military confrontation between two regional powers, fundamentally changing the rules of engagement and raising the immediate risk of a much wider war. Second, the targets send an unmistakable message. The strikes have reportedly resulted in high-profile casualties. Reports indicate that several high-ranking Iranian military officials have been killed, including the commander-in-chief of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, Hossein Salami, as well as key nuclear scientists. Targeting top leadership is a massive blow and a clear signal of Israel's intent. And third, at the heart of this crisis is the nuclear threat. The airstrikes specifically targeted Iran's nuclear facilities. Israel has claimed this drastic action was necessary because Iran was on the verge of producing a nuclear weapon, raising profound concerns about nuclear security and a potential regional arms race. This didn't happen in a vacuum. The attacks come after negotiations to revive the international Iran nuclear deal had stalled, leaving diplomatic channels exhausted. Compounding the issue, the International Atomic Energy Agency, or IAEA, had recently declared that Iran was in breach of its non-proliferation obligations, adding to international pressure and Israeli concern. So, what happens now? The situation is incredibly volatile. The United States has denied any involvement, while the UN and other world powers are urgently calling for de-escalation. But those calls may be too late. Iran has reportedly already begun to retaliate, launching drones toward Israel. The immediate future hinges on the next moves from both sides. Statements from Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei will be critical as the world holds its breath, waiting to see if this crisis can be contained or if it's the beginning of a devastating new conflict in the Middle East. Our thoughts are with all civilians caught in the middle of this escalating crisis. For continuing updates and clear analysis on major global events, subscribe to Trending Today.